right, welcome in. It's episode 42 of Reimer on the Road. Way down there is Leo, chilling out. That is Ann. I am Scott. Thanks for following us along on this journey across the country. We're having a blast. We're in the desert Southwest, and it has met every expectation. Can't wait to share more with you both in this episode and also online, right?
That's right. Check out us on Reimer on the Road on Instagram.
Yep, we got some updated stuff going on there, and looking forward to sharing that. But of course, before you see these videos, you can get everything you need from Ann on Instagram. Episode 42 focuses on Tucson, Arizona, and also the Phoenix area. But before we get to that, where are we headed?
All right, so we are heading to the Las Vegas area, staying in Valley of Fire for part of it, and then the Lake Mead area for another part of it.
All right, so it'll be a double episode of multiple places there. So get your feedback to us on what to do in those areas. You can do it on Facebook by commenting. You can go to YouTube where you're watching this video, comment, and of course on Reimer on the Road.
Yeah, find us on Reimer on the Road on Instagram.
Yeah, any of the above will work great. But the Tucson area was a special trip because we went to see some family.
Yeah, we went to go see my Aunt Susie, and so that's what got us there. We've been to Tucson before, so we didn't do as much exploring as we've done in some other locations, but the focus there was family.
So we'll add another person to episode 42 in addition to Leo, Ann, and I. It'll be Susie. Stay tuned. Here it goes. Roll the tape. Okay, finishing up a one-night boondock in Yuma, Arizona, and so this was about a halfway point for us. And it's very interesting to me that literally Yuma sits on the border of the California and Arizona state line. In fact, the Colorado River splits right here, and that's primarily where the line is. And the last gas I saw in California, diesel, this is February of 2026 when I'm recording this, was right at $5 a gallon, a little less than $5 a gallon. And I'm going to go get gas here at a Shell station in Yuma, which is in Arizona, and the gas is going to be significantly cheaper. We'll see when we get there, but it's going to be in the threes, and maybe even the low threes. So it just goes to show you the energy crisis that California has, and whether the reasons for that I'm not smart enough to be able to analyze, but they have, I'm sure, created this problem for themselves in California, and it makes no sense that you could be 5 miles down the road just across the state border and have gas that is more than $1 per gallon cheaper in one state than it is in another state. That's mismanagement at its most core. And so that's what it is. We're gonna take advantage of being in Arizona. We'll be back in California soon, but we're gonna take advantage of being in Arizona and fill up as often as we can and get these better prices. All right, as advertised, as I mentioned, $3.41 is what I'm paying here at this Shell in Arizona. And again, that is all over $1 less per gallon than just a few miles down the road that way in California.
When you get to these tall ones, they don't even start flowering until 35.
35 years old.
Yeah. Age in years. I don't think I realized that.
So the big ones are 150
Did
years
you
old.
realize that that's how slow they grow?
Yeah.
I had no clue. We're doing Arizona
With Susie.
with our special guest, Susie. So my aunt lives in Tucson, so that was one of our focuses for getting into Arizona. So we've made it into Arizona, and so we're going to put, if I can get Leo's tail out of the way. Hey, buddy. Go.
Oh,
Leo,
Go.
you're messing up the whole shot. The whole
All
shot's
right,
getting
so let's
messed
see
up.
if I can get it. I might know.
You need your
I
glasses
probably
on.
need to put my glasses on, make sure I'm getting there good.
Oh, I don't know if Carson would like that.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's got a little outline.
Yeah,
Maybe
not
not
bad.
there, but there. That's
Not bad.
all right. We got Arizona.
Got another one on the map. So as fate would have it, and our visit to Tucson to see Susie, we also timed that with a pretty major arts festival that we knew nothing about in Tubac, Arizona, but Susie knew all about it, and this was a really cool experience.
It was fun. It was about, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour south of Tucson, and it just made for a really fun day to walk around, see all the different artists, and check out the town. It was a well put on festival.
And the art stuff is not really my deal, but I was most impressed with the organization of it. How many people were there? This was a Friday, and I'm sure
It
the
was
next
packed.
day was
Yeah.
crazy
It was packed.
busy. This is obviously a really big deal in the area.
It is, yeah.
Okay, finishing up our stay here in Tucson, Arizona, to KOA. You might can hear off in the background. the interstate a little bit, but it wasn't bad. The noise wasn't bad here, but it's been a great stay. Really a pretty full campground for this time of year, early February. So we enjoyed our stay, but I wanted to show you something I think is pretty unique. Well, it's unique for us and what we've seen at campgrounds. So walk with me this way. I'm going to show you this particular tree because it's got a few more on them than ours does at our rig. But these are lemon trees, and they're scattered all throughout the campground. And it's you pick. You can take whatever you want from your site. And so you can see, like on this particular tree, there's not a whole lot of low hanging ones left. There's a few up top, and that's kind of like ours at our campsite. But I just thought that was pretty cool, added touch with the lemon trees. And like I said, they're all throughout the park. Almost every site has one. So just really kind of a cool thing to have. So I'm gonna go take one from our tree and keep it as a souvenir. And this is our tree outside of our rig. As you can see, it's maybe the last people who were here, or somebody who was here recently, got all the low-hanging ones. So I'll use my ladder here and at least take one as a souvenir for the road. Okay. There we go. One for the road. Okay, if you're headed to the Phoenix area and you want to get out of the city and do all the Metroplex stuff and get out of the hustle and bustle of that, I highly recommend, I think we both do, having done it now, the Dobbins Overlook area, which is just south of Phoenix but offers great panoramic views of the entire Metroplex area.
It does. I mean, it's a beautiful drive up there, lots of overlooks that you can go to, and just gives you a great overlook of the area.
Yeah, easy drive's the key. It's not that far from the city proper of Phoenix. You can hike up there. We didn't do that. We just basically drove the car. We had Leo with us, and we hopped out of the overlooks, took some pictures, watched it, and looked at it. And so you can make it as simple as that, or you can make some hikes out of it.
Yeah, you can bring a picnic lunch, go eat lunch at one of the overlooks. It was free of charge to get in, so that's always nice. And stay as long as you want.
Yeah, and there's 3 total overlooks up here, and 2 of them kind of face north over the Phoenix area. The other one over the valley area behind it. So you get multiple views of that, and again, simple to get to from the Phoenix area. Okay, it's February 11th, and you know, if you've been following along with us, you know that we've really tried to design this trip to avoid winter. And that's not easy to do when you're on a calendar date year trying to get to every place you want to go. So we're in the second stop in the Tucson, Phoenix area. We're a little bit west of Phoenix, Arizona, and we've had consistent temperatures in the low 80s here. It's not quite noon yet. We're about to head into Scottsdale, and Ann's out taking Leo for a walk, and it is already in the 70s. So what that creates is a situation where we have to run the air conditions. And I know we're going to get to a point in this journey. I mean, it's still just February, and we've got some elevation that we're still going to have on this trip. when we get into California, specifically at the Yosemite, and then into Utah when we do the Mighty Five. So it's going to get cold on us again. I feel certain about that, or colder or cooler. Hopefully not cold, but cooler. But for February the 10th, the Arizona sun, man, it's just perfect for this time of year. And as you'll see as we walk in to alley here, got air condition 1 going, blazing around, a little bit of the Olympics going on. We also, if you come back into the bathroom, we leave this fan on, which is the bathroom fan that helps circulate a little bit of that air because it gets a little stuffy in here, especially after we shower. And then here's the bedroom, and that fan going as well. So both fans going. It's February the 10th as I record this in Arizona, and at least to this point, our goal of avoiding winter and staying warm on the Strip, we've been spot on it, and Arizona has not disappointed in that regard. Scottsdale, which is right to the east of Phoenix, has an Old Town Scottsdale. I've been there before. It was your first time. Very typical Old Town. Had a lot of neat little shops and things to do.
Restaurants and a little river walk. It was just, it was a great place to go spend, a few hours walking around, shopping, and then grabbing lunch.
Yeah, I like the Wild West feel to some of these western small towns, or old towns as they call them. We hit a saloon, and then of course, as you mentioned, lunch. All right, it's our final day. Just finished up our final night in Buckeye, Arizona, which is about 40 miles west of Phoenix. We're headed back into California to Palm Springs today, but wanted to capture this beautiful sunrise that we've been seeing every morning. These Arizona sunrises and sunsets are everything that you could be advertised about. It is spectacular. All right, there you go. Episode 42 in the books. You got to meet Susie. We had a great time in the Tucson and Phoenix area. Now, we have been to Tucson before to visit Susie.
That's right.
So we had been to Saguaro National Park on the west side.
That's right.
And what you saw here was just the east side, right?
Correct. Right. And I've done the east side way back when I was 15. So, but it's been a really long time. So, yes. East side, Saguaro National Park, had a beautiful drive, as you saw, easy, had a good little store and visitor center. So yeah, it was worth it.
Yeah, it's an easy drive. Doesn't really take that long. And from Tucson proper, it's pretty quick to get to as well.
Yeah, and then actually the east side is closer than the west side. Now the west side had some other offerings, but since we had done that before, we kind of stuck to the closer to where Susie lived.
Yeah, so if you're headed to the Tucson area, we recommend both sides.
Yes.
You just saw only the east side in episode 42 because of the fact that we'd already been there, and we were limited in our time, and we wanted to spend some time with Susie and some different things there.
But even in Scottsdale, there is the Humpback Mountain that we didn't do, but
Camelback
Mountain that you can do. Not a drive, you would have to hike it, but it's right there. So if you were looking for an excursion that you wanted to get out on, that would be an easy one to do right in that area.
We could have hiked it, we just chose not to.
Yeah.
We're getting a little lazy here in the winter. Okay, there you go. Episode 42 is in the books. We had a great visit with Susie. Yeah. That was a lot of fun in the Tucson area, and then of course Phoenix. And anytime you can be around family, it's awesome, and we enjoy doing that. As you heard from Ann, we are headed to the Las Vegas area, Valley of the Fire, Lake Mead. Yep. So again, get your feedback in there for us. We greatly appreciate that. And most importantly, thanks for following along with us. Give us your feedback on what to do and how to do it. But most importantly, if we can inspire you to travel, we want you to travel. We're enjoying this, and we were inspired by others. And that leads us to the end of episode 42 on Reimer on the Road. Do it today.